It's your boy Busy, back at it again. Here lately, it's hard to say, but I've been real lonely,
I have crippling depression.
I haven't had a companion in some time, haven't been with a woman in some time now, and I really just need the sweet, sweet embrace of a female. I just need to find love, and what better place to do that than on the internet? So let's go ahead, get on Reddit, see what kind of relationship advice we can find on Reddit. For anyone looking for love, let's see if Reddit has the answers. Before we dive into Reddit, quick shout out to today's sponsor, my Patreon. Patreon/ToofknBusy. For anyone wanting to donate to the channel, it's a huge support. All right, with that out of the way, let's get right into the video. So we're on Reddit, dating advice. Does anyone get bored of texting their matches on dating apps really easily? Yeah, every time I match with a guy on Tinder, I put a lot of effort into the messages to show my best self. But after a while, I just get bored and don't even want to talk to them anymore. I can't tell if it's because of the guys I'm talking to or if I just get bored. Yeah, that sounds like a big problem. Being bored on dating apps, it's a huge issue. So let's see what people have to say here for them. What kind of advice can we find? It's so hard to have a long-term texting conversation with someone you don't know. I understand exactly what you mean. I flat out refuse to do the pen pal texting garbage. Yeah, getting to know each other is what dates are for. Okay. It is pretty difficult to get to know someone just strictly through texting, through words on a screen. That can only get you so far. Yep, I too lose interest if a girl is writing me essays and shit. My fiance invited me out for a drink within the first, 10 messages or something. We met up that night, had a nice time. Keep it moving, Stop messaging endlessly and set up a date. Within the first 5-ish messages. Otherwise, you're wasting your time. Seriously, with online dating, cut to the chase. That's a good point. Cut to the chase. I mean, no one has time to just be wasting. Let's not beat around the bush. I stuck with this, but some women are like, well, we don't really know each other, or let's text a bit first. Even though we have already saturated what we could talk about within a dating app. That's a good point. There's only so many topics you can really discuss on a dating app, how are you this week? And fuck, this weather sucks. I haven't been sleeping very well. Boy, am I lonely. You know what I mean? What are your hobbies, right? I mean, what else can you really say? Yeah, how much effort are the guys putting into the conversations? I find that I get bored when it seems like I'm the only one putting effort into the conversation. If I do not feel a flow from the girl I am talking to, then I lose interest in trying to keep things going quickly. It does matter who you're talking to. Obviously, you're not going to have amazing relationships with every single person you come across. Otherwise, what would be the point of a good, strong relationship if each relationship was just good and strong, right? So, every person you meet isn't going to be interesting. You're going to find people that just aren't your type of person. If you're a book nerd and you're talking to the football jock, you might not have a lot in common. Because you never met them. Humans don't respond to building a connection over a messenger. We were not created that way. Love is an emotion, and emotions are instinct. Technology will never make dating or connections between humans better, ever. Dating apps suck because it's 97% based on a photo. That, I will say, is pretty much a fact. When I'm doom scrolling on Tinder or on whatever dating app I'm on, Bumble or Facebook dating, whatever. When I'm swiping on these girls, I don't even look at their bio. I don't even know their names until we've messaged 5 or 6 times. I don't even look. It's just a photo. Like they say, you're just looking at their face, pretty much determining if you like them based off that image or a few images. And then if you match, you'll sort of go back to their profile, look at their bio. The only dates I get are from approaching women in real life, so some exchange of personality has occurred, and they're more likely to meet me. Even then, I don't text for more than 2 days before I request a date. So he's playing hard to get. Okay, playing hard to get. And sometimes that can work. Women don't want you to necessarily be, I don't want to use the word easy, but they don't want you to be down bad. You know what I mean? They don't want you to be just super ready, because then they know they've got you. And to them, the chase is sort of part of the fun. Yeah, so, in all, dating apps do get boring. You do have to put a lot of time searching for the right person. It may or may not lead to the right one. I've actually used many dating websites, dating apps, to find girls and to go on dates. It's kind of a mixed bag. You know, some dates are kind of terrible. Other times, you know, I've managed to find pretty great relationships out of dating apps. Pretty long term. They haven't lasted, obviously, but it's no fault of the dating app. That's just the way life is. You know, sometimes you just grow apart, or you find out that really isn't the person that you fell in love with. But I would say overall, you can find love on a dating app. You just really have to be patient. You have to be willing to put in that work. I am so tired of men telling me I'm amazing. You're an amazing woman, and I truly wish you the very best. I've gotten this message too many times in my love life when one of us calls it off. This isn't a humble brag. I'm honestly confused. If I'm so amazing, how come I never get treated that way? How come I always come across men who are hot and cold about whether they like me? How come no one ever wants to show me how much I mean to them the way I do for them? I take pride in being romantic. I learn their favorite things. I listen to their feelings and comfort them through the tough moments. I buy gifts and make dinner and treat on dates occasionally. I'm understanding. I learn their hobbies and participate in them. I give multiple chances. I keep up my appearance. I'm successful. I'm proud of the life I've created for myself. Why is it so hard to find someone who loves me the way I love? This is a tough one. First off, people are saying you're an amazing woman because they don't want to let you down and break your heart super severely. Let's see what the advice is. I'm sorry you're going through a difficult time. Yeah, I mean, that's definitely a difficult time. I've been fortunate enough to have met several amazing women who I genuinely feel will make the right guy. They're extremely lucky. That guy just isn't me. A lot of the time, it isn't because they aren't smart or beautiful enough. It's just because our chemistry isn't right. It wasn't a matter of the woman not being good enough for me. It was just a matter of our personalities not being compatible. However, I've also met some women I don't think as highly of. Nonetheless, I've treated them the same way because, like how you pride yourself on being romantic, I pride myself on being respectful. Don't read too much into it. Advice: if you experience a constant string of rejections, my advice to you is to ask for feedback. Let the guy know they have a safe space to share any constructive criticism they may have to you. You may have an unattractive trait that you aren't aware of. Best of luck. Yeah, I didn't want to mention anything about appearances because I can't see this person, but typically if you're breaking something off with someone and you tell them they're amazing, it's just not right. It's probably something to do with either the chemistry or just a flaw with the way they look. If the person isn't chemically in love with you, then I don't think there's any way that that's going to change. It's just a way to avoid hurting your feelings, let you down easy. My thoughts exactly. I theorize that the dating pool sucks and the majority of people are lost or have no idea of how to date or are dealing with their own dating heartbreak. Yeah, that's pretty much a fact. The dating pool's just trash. I'd only encourage you to keep searching, but perhaps maintain your expectations. Yeah, that's a fact. You gotta have expectations. You know, you can't get them all. I think there's just no spark here. Sometimes you just have to maintain a certain expectation and really focus on what makes you happy inside. How do I respectfully ask a guy to come over for sex? Just fucking text him. Just say, hey baby, you trying to catch a body?
Just do it!
No man is gonna deny. I, female 21, was sort of dating someone and we slept together a few times, but I ended things because he was a really bad communicator and I don't think it was going anywhere. I don't want to date them again, but I would like to have sex with them. Is there a respectful way I can ask, and would I be wrong to ask that of him? We haven't really been in contact since things ended. Update: I will admit I didn't realize how unbothered most men are with the request, and to clarify, things didn't end poorly between us. If anything, it was rather mutual. We were not serious and we didn't reach girlfriend-boyfriend status. He's also a big boy. I didn't ask expecting anything from it in return. He has every right to say no, turn me down, or ghost me if he wishes. However, he did in fact reply and came over. We are currently laughing at these comments together. The end. It's always good to know there's a happy ending somewhere. What is some of the advice here? My beloved, wouldn't thou plow me tonight? Oh, that's a perfect one, actually. Hey, how do you feel about just having casual sex? Sir, may I kindly request that you relocate yourself to my physical surroundings so we could proceed to perform coitus? Looking forward to your response. Wait till about 10 p.m. and text him, hey, That'll work too. As a guy myself, I can tell you, you don't have to figure out how to ask. Respectfully, just ask. Yeah, that about sums it up. Just ask.
Make your dreams come true!
How do women who have never been in a relationship cope with loneliness and horniness? Ooh. Just curious whether men and women react the same or not. I am talking about women that try and still can't get a guy and have never been in a relationship. So yeah, never been in a relationship. That's gonna be tough because dating in and of itself is tough. Once you get past the dating into the relationship, it's a whole nother fucking nightmare. It's worse than dating. God, you think dating's bad? Wait till you're in the relationship. Constant complaining, needs, wants, money. What do we do with the money? How much money do we have? Who's washing these fucking dishes? This one here, an active imagination. I imagine love and romance for decades. Decades of imagination here. Daydreaming was my favorite part. I would steal hobbies from the people I liked and later work on it and imagine how those people would be so impressed of me knowing the skills and knowledge I possess. It was more about building a character than romance. I have ADHD. Yeah, that's the hyperfixations, that is definitely a sign of ADHD. Just gaining someone's hobbies just so they'll acknowledge your skills. Definite ADHD behavior. Get cats. Yeah, just get cats. That's one way to deal with your loneliness. Hell, I have cats. I was kissless, plus virgin, plus single till my mid-20s. And I hung out with my friends a lot. I gamed, joined social clubs, worked overtime, took extra classes. All in all, it was a pretty good time in my life. The only time I really ever felt lonely was when the majority of my friend group got partners and had to reprioritize their time. Yeah, that can be tough. It can be difficult, you know, being a loner, being single, and just finding solace in your friend group. And then one day all your friends are either married or have children of their own. And so obviously there's just less time for you. The exact same as guys. Masturbate. Look longingly at the unavailable hottie at work. Play video games. Think about getting out more. Clean. Masturbate. There you have it. Buy a vibrator. I think we'll leave it there. Seems like a pretty consistent answer. Get yourself a toy. There you have it. Some absolute beautiful advice from Reddit. If you're looking for love, make sure the person's into you. Don't waste your time and emotions on someone that isn't into you. I think Reddit is really going to help me stretch my legs, get back into the dating game, find true love. You know, I'll probably get married, settle down in the Bahamas, have a couple children, or not. That's going to be just about it for today, guys. If you want to support the channel, I will leave my link to my Patreon in the description below. If you enjoy the content, don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that little bell to be notified for future videos. Yeah, and I'll see you next time. Peace.